Good day, guys. Welcome to yet another course on Forex trading. On today's tutorial, we're going to be talking about moving averages. So, what are moving averages, and how do we actually plot a moving average, and how do we actually trade using moving averages? Basically, a moving average is an indicator that we use on our forex chart. I know I like to advocate simplicity when trading on the forex chart, but when we talk about moving averages, we're talking about something that helps you identify the direction of the trend, whether the trend is still continuing or whether the trade has actually broken out. I do advocate simplicity. I think moving averages are also a simple way of trading, but I'll actually be teaching you how to actually trade using moving averages. I'll show you how to plot a moving average and how to basically trade using a moving average. So yeah, guys, without delaying any of your time, let's move into the example on moving averages. Yeah, guys, like I said, moving averages is more like a support line that actually shows you which direction the market is actually moving. You can set the moving average to whatever period you want. By period, we actually mean the number of candles that this moving average is accounting for. So let us first plot the first moving average. When you want to set the moving averages indicator, you go to your indicators. You'll find this on MetaTrader. On any MetaTrader platform, cell phone, Android, iOS, you'll see the small f. I know in some other phones you have to flip the screen and then tap on it before you see this f. All you have to do is just click on that f. Click on that fx and basically search for moving averages. Let me just scroll down because I know they're not far. We're going to plot our moving averages just to show you an example of how a moving average looks like. So right there, let's say moving average. Why is it not? Okay, yeah, it's there. As you can see now on our chart, we have this line that's actually hugging our candlesticks or our trend here. This is basically a moving average. So basically what we do with this, we actually use it to identify the direction of the chart. So what I'll be doing now, I'll be showing you two most powerful periods that I like to use, which is the 200 period and the 50 period. So let's first set this thing to 200. I just double click on it and this thing is going to show up. On a phone, here where it says length, it will say, what does it say on the phone again? It will say period. Yeah, that's basically the period or the length of this moving average. So you just set that and click OK. And as you can see, this moving average has now changed now. Now this is a 200 MA. So now we know this is like our support line. We know if this thing has been broken, price is actually going to be moving in an opposite direction. So as you can see, price has been moving up until it was way too far from this MA, and then it came back to the moving average to retest. But instead of retesting, let's just move this like this. But instead of it retesting, as you can see, it broke and it retested to show signs moving in a downwards direction. You understand? So I'll also show you how to set a 50 moving average. So basically you go to your indicators again, that F sign, and you look for your moving average, and we look for a moving average. Oh my word, I moved down a bit for, okay, I think I'm almost there. Where's this moving average now? Sorry about this. I don't want to type it there. I want to look for it manually. Okay. Moving average, where are you? Where are you? Moving average doesn't want to show up now, but yeah, eventually it did show itself, and we've now added a second moving average. We have not set the period yet, so we know to set this one, we want to change this one to a 50 moving average. Understand? So as you can see, the length again, so we just change the length or the period. On the cell phone it will say period, but on the computer it says length. Now we want to differentiate between the two now, because we want to easily identify which one is which. So we'll set this one, we'll change this color. All you have to do is click on style. On a phone you just scroll down and you'll see style there on the phone, and then you just change the color to whichever color you prefer. In this case we'll change it to red, just so it's more clear and visible to us. So right there we have two moving averages. Let's just move this chart here so you can see this previous trend here. Yeah, as you can see, same thing on the 50 moving average. It's just like the 200 moving average. It's doing the same thing. It's basically acting as a support and also acting as a resistance line at the same time. It's the same thing that's being done here on this 200 MA. So the purpose of this is just to actually identify the trend movement. So as you can see here, price has been coming to the 50 moving average and going up again, and every time it comes there it retests and it actually moves up again. So that's basically how a moving average works. As you can see here, it broke this area here and it retested again, and it moved to the downwards direction. As you can see here, it's even complemented by the 200 MA. The price is confirming that it's moving down. So that's basically how you would use excuse me, that's basically how you would use a moving average to basically identify the continuation of a trend or the reversal of a trend. But I actually have a strategy for you guys that I want to teach you based on this moving average, based on these moving averages. So I'm going to jump into a lower time frame just to show you the dynamics of how you would go about trading using this strategy. This strategy involves using the 200 MA and the 50 MA. Let's quickly drop time frames. Okay, cool guys. We are now on the we're on the 5 minutes time frame, and basically we've already plotted our two moving averages, the green one or the turquoise one being the 200 moving average, and the red moving average is our 50 moving average. So now what we're looking for here, we're looking for price action. As you can see here, we're looking for price action to actually close above this line here. So as you're seeing here, this has formed a pin bar, and price has actually closed above. So it doesn't matter if it forms a pin bar or not, but the only thing we're looking for a candlestick that's going to close above this line. Once we see that candlestick that closes above, we're looking for a second candlestick or we're looking for price action rather to move up and close above this 50 moving average here. So once we see the candlestick, one candlestick closes above here, we can actually jump in for a buy. So let's go on and play this price action here and see what's going to happen. So as you can see, price is moving down, closed above, and as you can see here, this candlestick here actually went above here, spiked above, and then came back to close below. We couldn't have entered at that point. We were waiting for one candlestick to close above. Once the candlestick closes above, we're waiting for the second candlestick. So this second candlestick also closes above, indicating our point of entry. So as you can see here, we've already marked off our point of entry here. We've already marked off our point of entry, but we can't set it above here. But I'll show you as we go, because this is a pre-recorded chart. So what happens is we actually set our stop loss just below. We set our stop loss. Normally, I would advise you to set your stop loss below supply and demand zones. You understand? So in this case, we are going to set our stop loss just here. It's actually quite a big stop loss, but it doesn't matter. We'll adjust it as this trade goes. So we click play now that we've entered, because now price has closed in our desired position, and it moves, and it shoots up. Let's just pause it here, and let's just adjust so that you can see what I mean by a 2-to-1 risk ratio. 2-to-1 means that you are risking 1 for the benefit of 2. So in this case, as you can see, this is the red square here is the amount that you are actually risking, and as you can see here, the 2 is the amount that you are actually planning on taking your profit. So you'll be basically setting your profit in this area here. The price there is 1819.815. So you'll be placing your stop loss somewhere above, your take profit somewhere above that area. As you can see, price action actually went and hit that area right there, but it's not finished moving. Just to show you the power of the strategy, it still continued up, but at this point we'll be already out of this trade. But if you're one of those people that don't like to take profit like me, you could have trailed the stop right up into that direction there. Right up into that position here. So price will move. I want to enter a sell trade now. Let's say you want to enter a sell trade. When you want to enter a sell trade, you use the same strategy. Nothing fancy. You just wait for price action to come and basically close above this 200 MA here. You see this line here, this is a 200 MA. You're just waiting for price to come and close above there, then come back to close below this line here. So you basically wait. As you can see, price is now at another area. It's a base. This trade is quite a tricky one. So, but for the sake of this example, we'll just take that. Okay, wait. Let's see. Okay, right there, as you can see, price came back down to close below this area, and we can actually enter now our sell. Let's enter our sell, short position, and our sell will most probably be in this area. I'll take profit. Let's place our stop loss just above here. Because this is our supply zone at this point, but I don't like this supply zone here, because it doesn't show, it doesn't really show itself pushing price. It's not really playing around with price as I want it, because price is now moving in a consolidation zone, and that's basically something. So we'll just put our stop loss just above there, just to prevent anything from happening. So okay, cool. We'll just adjust that as we go by. Okay, cool. Let's press play and see what's going to happen with price action at this point. It's moving. Let's just wait. It's moving. Let me just turn up the speed a little. Right there, as you can see, price actually moved. Let me just put this down here. It's supposed to be a 2-to-1. That's basically our 2-to-1, and as you can see here, price actually moved exactly a 2-to-1, the one that we actually placed here. Look at what happened. It consolidated for quite some time. It consolidated for quite some time, and eventually it shot down. Although I wouldn't advise you to trade it when when the moving averages are jumbled up like this, because it could become a really complicated one. Just now, like I did here, it was very difficult to place my stop loss. And if I would have placed my stop loss at this area here, guess what? I would have been stopped out of this trade. So those types of setups I would advise you to stay away from and only take the clean ones like these ones. The first trade that we took, you see, here you can see that the moving averages are actually placed apart from each other properly. So you can now identify your point of entry. Even here, where we entered here, you could enter it like that. But once it starts to get so tight like this, you can't really trade this thing because you don't know where you'll place your stop loss and take profits. So yeah, guys, that's basically how you trade using moving averages, and basically using a strategy that involves moving average. It's quite a powerful strategy that anyone can use to profit from the forex market. Yeah, guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and go back to your forex trading chart, to your demo account, and practice this thing. Place 100 trades using the same thing, not using any other things that I've taught you. Using this one thing 100 times, and then after 100 times you would at least understand how it's actually working, and you will see actually if it's being profitable for you. If it is profitable for you, then you can jump into your real account and start trading. I want you to do the same thing for everything that you learned here. Everything you learn, you go to your chart, you trade it 100 times before you go and learn the next thing. Okay, guys, I hope you had a great day. Goodbye.